this evening. We've got Mark Cowden producing and doing the camera. Chris, we kind of talked about a few things. Not sure when we went quite off the air the first time around, but just a quick recap. This is a big game.
It is a big game, and wanted to say a little bit more about Greely. This is them back in 11-man. The last time they had a standalone season in 11-man was 2018. Then they had some low numbers for a few years and had to co-op with Falmouth from 2019 to 2021. They went to 8-man in 2022. That's where they've been through 2024. Appearance the last 2 seasons in 8-man, culminating in a state championship, their first football state championship in the 8-man large school division last year to 20 over Mount Ararat. So a little bit of history there on Greely.
Absolutely, and obviously the history on Foxcroft's side, pretty consistent. Obviously making the move into Class C this year, something we've talked about on previous broadcasts too, but just the level of competition on a week-to-week basis has just improved across the league, and it's something Foxcroft is seeing on full display, and it's something that we talked to Coach Danny White about, and he's excited for his club to be able to perform out here tonight. After the week they had last week that we mentioned before, maybe a couple more things they would have wished to have done in that game. Still came out with a win, as you mentioned, and really that's the most important stat at any given time. So they're looking to do that again out here tonight, but they're going to have a tall task against the undefeated Greely Rangers. We really appreciate everyone being able to join us for tonight's action, and that is made possible by some of the amazing sponsors we have. Hammond Lumber is our presenting sponsor. They are a 4th-generation family-owned company with over across 22 locations in both Maine and New Hampshire. Maine Building Supply Service and Materials Company industry since 1953. And overall, I want to thank all of our sponsors: Hammond Garage and Car Wash, Herring Brothers Meats, Governor's Restaurant, Gordon Contracting Inc., Sluggers Training Facility, Black Bear Crane, Ideal Energy Solutions, Millside Fitness, LLC, Jamie Gilbert, Associate Broker with Next Home Experience, and Rowdy's Paving. Also, do want to give a special shout out. Mark Calvin's wearing the t-shirt, but Dexter Regional High School has been selected as one of the final remaining 25 schools across the nation, and they're a finalist for the 2025 T-Mobile 5G Lights Contest. Dexter is the only school in Maine to earn this spot, and the winning school out of those remaining 25 will receive a $1 million grand prize, which will be used for lighting and field upgrades at Dexter or whatever school wins, but we need to help make it Dexter. They will also get a special visit from Rob Gronkowski and Patrick Mahomes. To vote, go to votedexter.com. All you got to do is put in your email address. You can put in as many as you want, as many as you have, once every day, so make sure that we're supporting these Maine high school athletes, and overall it might be Dexter, but the local community would go a long way in having those facilities. All right, so with that, we're going to take it over to one brief commercial break and rejoin you for the start of the action.
T-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, hats, baby clothes, and much more. Get your Eastern Maine sports merch at www.bonfire.com/store/eastern-maine-sports or at easternmainsports.com. Wide selection of items available, with more being added frequently.
Are you looking for the perfect house? Well, look no further than Next Home Experience Realtor, Jamie Gilbert. Jamie covers the greater Bangor area all the way up to Greenville. She offers superior personal service before, during, and after your transaction. So if you are in the greater Bangor area and you see Luke the next home dog on a lawn, make sure to call Next Home Experience Realtor Jamie Gilbert. Give her a call at 207-343-1215 and get started on finding your dream home today.
and softball training facility has the perfect gift for the budding all-star on your holiday shopping list. Give the gift of training. Sluggers offers both group and one-on-one lessons for all levels. Give the gift of experience. From batting cages to advanced technology, Sluggers is the perfect place to get practice and improve skills. Give the gift of competition. Joining a travel team at Sluggers is a great way to learn and grow with new friends. You're sure to hit it out of the park when you give the gift of Sluggers.
Building or remodeling a home or office and need electrical work? Call Ideal Energy Solutions. Ideal Energy Solutions is ready to wire your building right. Don't settle for less than ideal. Go with Ideal Energy Solutions. Call today.
Brothers Meats is a family-owned and operated business located in Guilford, Maine. We operate a local retail meat market along with a slaughterhouse, smokehouse, and processing plants. Herring Brothers has all sorts of meats from already pre-cut all the way to cutting it right on the spot for you. Also, while you're there, don't forget to try their wicked good beef jerky that is made right in Guilford, Maine. Call them at 395 or visit them at 346 Water Street Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Rouse Garage in Dover Foxcroft to discover the difference between walking into a local dealership versus a big dealer that uses high prices the second you drive onto the lot. From selling you a vehicle to servicing your vehicle, Rouse Garage will treat you like you are the only customer. While you're there, check out their state-of-the-art automatic car wash. Rouse Garage, call them at 207-564-3434 or visit them at 191 East Main Street in Dover Foxcroft, Maine.
Get ideas and inspiration before your next building project even begins at Hammond Lumber Company. Create your vision when you explore Hammond's extensive in-store showroom displays, showcasing innovative trends from industry-leading suppliers and designers. Your Hammond sales rep will help you find the look you like, and Hammond's design team will help you make it your own. And Hammond delivers from 22 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. For your next building project, find your vision at Hammond Lumber Company.
Danny White, he's assisted by Gary Worthing, Mike Niles, Chris McGarry, Ryan Taylor, Austin Seavey, and DJ Shields. We ask you all please rise and remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem by Foxcroft Academy assistant coach Mike Niles.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and stars through the fight, all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say our spangled banner yet wave, o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome back here now. Beautiful rendition of the national anthem there. Always a great job by Mike Niles up here in the booth. I mean, just an awesome rendition. So, Chris, as we prepare for the coin toss and figuring out who's going to get the action started tonight, let's just talk about a couple of the key players. And let's start on the Greely Rangers side. Obviously, the quarterback, junior Luke Piper, and what he's been able to do. One of the best non-seniors across the state, really, for what he's been able to do, especially this class, and just a great player. Jackson Justice, another name to watch for this one. Noah Allen, especially out of the backfield, a name to see for Greely. And then Gavin Mishu and Isaac Knox, what they do on both sides of the ball on the line, offensive and defensive. A couple players to watch for Greely here.
Yeah, absolutely. It should be exciting. It is, cross name, the game of the week. going to call it.
Yeah.
So
I think that's a fair title
close to
give
it.
it. Absolutely.
Thornton Academy's playing Portland tonight.
That's a
That's
good
another
one,
big one.
too.
And Thornton had a 21-0 lead late in the first quarter of that game. So Portland missing some key starters, but another key game in Class A.
Speaking of missing some key starters, just something to mention on the Foxcroft sideline, Aiden Sickler. Been a key part of the offense this year for the Ponies. He's not going to be playing tonight. Got a boot on the sideline for the Ponies, and you're going to see Miles Llewellyn getting a little bit more playing time. And I'm sure Miles is a great player in his own right, but Aiden Sickler, a big loss, not being out there for the Ponies. So something
Yeah,
to
that
watch.
was definitely a different starter than we're used to seeing for the Ponies, but see what Llewellyn can offer in this game, filling in for Sickler.
You're going to see a lot of players flashing across your screen this evening, and right now you're seeing VoteDexter.com flashing across as we get ready to get the action started. Just give a shout out to that competition. The winner of that T-Mobile competition is going to receive a $1 million prize towards athletic facilities, especially lights. A visit from Rob Gronkowski and Patrick Mahomes, and right now Dexter is in the running. They're number 3 right now, and they need your help and support to get to number 1. And Chris, what a good thing that would be for this local community, and just a great opportunity.
Certainly would be. And another key thing about that we want to remind folks of, it's not just one vote per day, it's one vote per email address. If you have 5 email addresses, you can vote 5 times a day.
Absolutely, and that adds up. Well, returning to the action here, though, both sides, you can see the intensity. They ran right to midfield, and Chris, that's something we expect to see throughout the game in this one, just the level of intensity out of either side. And we talked to Coach King before the game and kind of what he expects to see, some of the difficulties he may expect, or just overall impressions. And one of the things he talked about is how this Foxcroft Academy team can do it to you in a number of ways, and just being multifaceted in their approach offensively, on the ground, through the air, and just being able to manage that throughout a game can be difficult sometimes. But he feels pretty good about his club, as he should. They're currently sitting 4-0. A lot of reason to, Chris.
Absolutely, and the Rangers are going to be receiving the opening kickoff from Aiden Harvey here to start things. And it's going to be hard to see these numbers on Greely uniforms.
Yeah, we're going to do the best we can down deep to return.
Rely on Toby Nelson here, the PA guy here at Foxcroft Academy, and we'll be able to pick up some of those names that we might miss.
That kick is away. Fielded well, definitely returnable here. Good blocks initially. Oh, good brought down there on the far side by a pair of Ponies.
Looked like number 3 on the return. That was Jackson Justice. Sawyer Bunell, I guess, is what Toby tells me.
And we will listen. Toby
we will listen to Toby because
Toby is usually
he's going
right.
to get those numbers, and he's got help up here in the booth to get those. So we apologize if we do miss any of the numbers or any of the players' names.
One number we're going to be expecting to see get called a lot tonight, Chris, is Luke Piper and what he can do at the quarterback position for this team. Just a stout player. Mentioned him before, but something to watch for sure in this one. They do like to attack through the air. It's going to be Piper out of shotgun. Players on either side of him, hand off. Good hard running, continuing, stiff arm, still on his feet. That's how you get the game started if you're the Greely Rangers.
Noah Allen, that's one of the guys we mentioned in the pregame show, and immediately he picks up a 22-yard gain for a first down.
And you're seeing the up-tempo here by the Rangers. Direct snap there, straight up the gut. Stout stance by this Ponies team.
You can already tell along those lines on the first 2 plays, whoever's tougher tonight is going to win this game.
Absolutely.
And, it's something to watch to see how each team plays along those lines.
And often you're going to hear the names called of the players that are tracing it into the end zone. But in reality, the game is won between the trenches, and you've got 2 offensive and defensive lines that are at the top of their game and the top of this conference, and you're going to see that on full display tonight. Piper out of shotgun. This time he's going to keep it. Go along the far side, makes a man miss. Going to step out of play.
Penalty flag down.
We'll see.
Was thrown in the area of holding, but we will wait and see. We've kind of learned that to wait for the official, but
we're going to have a block in the back.
Block in the back, so
Piper picked it up initially, but Piper picked up a flag on that one, Chris, or he didn't, but the team did, and he picked up the first down. He's going to have to move the other direction.
Be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, so.
It's going to just move him a little bit beyond the original line of scrimmage. So all things considered, instead of it being a 2nd and 20 situation, you're really just looking at a 2nd and 12, which is still pretty manageable. We'll see how they stay in their stance here.
2 wideouts here to our closest side to us.
Yet to see a ball through the air. That time handoff Allen. He's going to pick up a bunch. He fights through a tackle. It's going to be him in empty space, and he is into the end zone.
What a start for Greely.
That is how you make an early statement, Chris. Noah Allen unimpeded into the end zone. 10-26 on the scoreboard. 6 points on the scoreboard for the Greely Rangers. Early statement here, Chris.
Absolutely. You come to a place like this to play a team like Foxcroft, and you just score that quick. That's just big for the Rangers.
And a lot of space on the scamper into the end zone. Give a ton of credit to the offensive line. Rangers going to go for 2 here. Motion across now. A lot of player movement here. Trying to create some confusion. 4 spread out wide. Piper, his first pass of the evening. And that one's going to sail over the outstretched hands and then through the back of the end zone. That's going to take us to our first commercial break. 6-0 Rangers on top. Be back with you shortly.
Shout out to Dexter Regional High School.
We were one of 25 schools across the nation that are finalists for the T-Mobile Friday Night 5G Lights Grand Prize Contest, which would give us, if won, $1 million upgrade to our athletic facility plus a fitness facility from Gronk Fitness.
Vote now at FridayNight5GLights.com. Woo!
Welcome back here now. Chris, early statement by the Greely Rangers on the ground. Able to find 6 early on in this one. We've expected a good ball game and opening up to no disappointments here.
Yeah, Noah Allen with 2 big runs on that first drive for Greely, capping it off with a 48-yard touchdown run, and Greely failed on the 2-point conversion, so have to settle for the 6, and now Foxcroft gets their first chance at the ball.
I'm going to be kicking this one away now. It's going to be off the boot of Dominic Martone. That one's going to be a bouncer out of play. That's going to be a flag, Chris. So
I believe that's, 35 or 40 that starts at.
And good presence of mind along that far sideline by Aiden Harvey, the captain here, to just let that one get out of play. Don't try to do too much with it. Take the yards.
Seems like all the different levels of football have different rules of where the ball's spotted.
This is one of the interesting things about the game of football now. I mean, high school to college to the NFL, especially on kickoffs, they're so different.
They are so different, yeah. This one's going to start. Well, referee was going back to the 25. Now he's going up to the 35. So 35 is where they'll start.
35-yard line here. So good field positioning for the Foxcroft Academy Ponies. And Chris, early on, following that type of a statement offensively, you kind of got to mount something here to get some momentum back here for the Ponies. Seavey gets a couple to jump. And that's going to be an easy call on the encroachment there. So it's going to be 1st and 5 here momentarily. Maybe give Ponies a little bit more to work with here, starting already an advantageous situation on 1st down.
And watch for Foxcroft to do that throughout the game. They like to switch up the snap counts at times.
When we were here for the game against Old Town, there was a lot of flags.
There was a lot of flags, yeah.
That's a point of
emphasis. I'm hoping to not see as many flags tonight.
Handoff. Good hard run there. Dragged down.
About a yard short of the first down.
Finn Holmes, good carry. It's going to bring up 2nd and very manageable here. And one weapon we have not talked about thus far in the broadcast but deserves to be mentioned is Lucas Sands and what he can do to take the top off of defense at any given time. Someone you always got to be accounting for. He had a great game against Old Town. The last action we saw here in Eastern Maine Sports, we brought that game to you. And Lucas Sands brought the action in that one. 2 touchdowns and an interception. Player to watch. CV. Hand off again. Good hard run up the middle. Space and had a man to beat. Dragged down. Good tackle by Luke Piper. And if it wasn't for that, Holmes might have gone for 6 himself there, Chris.
Absolutely. And it's interesting to see, too, like with Llewellyn filling in for Sickler. That's another thing that teams haven't seen him play.
Absolutely.
So he could be a difference in this game as well.
Something to watch indeed. Shotgun snap for CV.
Almost had another offsides there on Greely.
Another handoff. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Dragged down, but a good hard run. Kind of the same play, 3 plays in a row here, Chris.
Looks like they found something over the left side there. That left side of that Foxcroft offensive line. 3 runs in a row and 3 big runs by Finn Holmes.
He's finding a home along that left side. Good blocking
Good
by
one,
the offensive
Zach. I
line.
like that.
That'll be good for something up here, Chris. Shotgun snap, CV. That time handoff again. Hard run that time. That's
Landon
just
Smith. Yeah.
Smith, like you said, Chris, and right now,
Right over the left side again. They're finding holes over that left side.
picking up chunks of yards here. Good catch by our producer and cameraman, Mark Cowan. Smith might have come up a little bit lame on that one. Something to watch is the 2-headed monster of Holmes and Smith for this Ponies team. Offensively is one thing. Defensively,
yes,
those two.
Both are, yes, very good on both sides of the ball. You're right.
Holmes back in there now. And no surprise, he's going to take it again, and he's going to take it for a ton of yards. Knocked out of bounds.
1st and goal.
And that was Piper again. And Chris, in short order, these 2 offenses are looking great to get the action started.
They'll be up and down the field at this pace all night long.
And it's been the same play, really.
Yeah, over that left side for Foxcroft. They see if Greely adjusts anything here, because over that left guard, they seem to be having great success.
We've got 3 split out wide to CV's right, our far side of the field. If it ain't broke, that time Holmes met a crowd, not able to get as much on that carry, but
yeah, like I said, Greely's going to have to make an adjustment there, because Foxcroft's just going to keep handing the ball off in the backfield and doing that all night long if you don't do anything to adjust it.
Holmes returned to the sideline after that carry, so he won't be out there on the field for this one. Long conversation between coaches and CV trying to get the play call sent in here. 7:41 remaining on our first quarter clock. If you're just joining us or joining us late, it was a Noah Allen long run into the end zone with 10:26 in the first quarter. CV, he's going to keep it here, and he's going to be met by a couple of Rangers. Not much doing there. Good defense inside. Jackson Justice involved. He was someone that, Coach King talked about a lot during the pregame, and just what he's been able to do defensively as well for this Rangers club.
I wonder now if they've been going over the left side, Zach, maybe if you see them playing something out to the right. Kind of switch it up here and catch Greely off guard.
Holmes still out of the game. Helmet in hand. Look like he's planning on returning at least.
Looks like Smith is back in the backfield, though.
CV out of shotgun.
Oh,
that's going to back him up.
I have a false start. Yep. This will be 3rd and goal.
A drive that's been pretty
back him up, yeah.
Chris. That suddenly sets you up in kind of a difficult position here. 3rd and 10. You got 2 to do it. 3rd down coming up here. 3rd and goal. It's going to be, end zone or bust here, you got to imagine.
Yeah, I don't think in a game like this, Foxcroft's going to be kicking too many field goals, Zach. Especially what Greely did with their first possession.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to need touchdowns to win this game.
And both sides know that. CV. A shotgun motion man across the way. Passing situation here.
Out to the right.
Wide open into the end zone. First of the game for Simon Terzic. He was the motion man, went all the way across the offense, found a home in the flat, and found the first score of the game for the Foxcroft Academy Ponies on the first pass attempt of the game for Seavey. Simon Terzic, not a name we've talked about thus far, Chris, but an emerging player for these Foxcroft Academy Ponies.
Thought they might try to flank something out on the right, and I called. It was pretty much wide open. Just a great touch on that ball by Seavey. And Foxcroft's going to be attempting the extra point here. Try to go up by 1. Harvey will kick.
That time.
No good.
Yeah, that's going to be wide, so we're going to stay tied up here, and we're going to send it on over to commercial break and rejoin you.
Get ideas and inspiration before your next building project even begins at Hammond Lumber Company. Create your vision when you explore Hammond's extensive in-store showroom displays. Trends from industry-leading suppliers and designers. Your Hammond sales rep will help you find the look you like, and Hammond's design team will help you make it your own. And Hammond delivers from 22 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. For your next building project, find your vision at Hammond Lumber Company.
Welcome back here now as we prepare for kickoff. Chris, it has been fun to get the action started. Both sides coming out with a opening possession score. Offensive looking crisp. Benjamin Kyles and Boodley back to return for the Greely Rangers. It's going to be Harvey set to kick it away.
68-yard drive by Greely and a 65-yard drive by the Ponies. Start the night. And it didn't take many plays.
It did not. And Harvey's going to kick that one across the ground. It's going to be returnable. Getting up through the middle. Might have a little space.
Good return there.
It was indeed brought down by a couple of tacklers, but a really good return. Boudel able to get up to just about the 42 there. Good return. Field positioning has been something to talk about early in this ball game. You had the kick out of bounds to put the Ponies on their 35. Now Greeley's going to start on the 42.
See how the second drive goes. They look pretty smooth the first time they had the ball.
And Luke Piper, a name that we need to talk about as he's earned that right. He didn't have to do much in that opening drive.
Mostly Allen out of the backfield.
It was indeed, and that time brought down.
Justice with the carry.
And Sean Justice, the senior. Still a good carry, good gain on first down. Chris, if you gain 4 every play, you're going to move the chains, so.
Yes, correct, you will. 4 times 3 is 12.
Do you like that math?
Yes,
like
that's pretty good math. Mark Kalman math right there.
He's doing all the rest of the work. We got to pick up the math for him. So.
We got the easy job calling the game. Mark's doing our producing and the camera work tonight, so double duty for Kalman.
Indeed. These offenses have made it look easy, and Allen, the key part of that, he's going to get to the first down yardage, and he's going to have enough. Crosses the 50 and into Ponies territory.
Going to have another injury on the field for Foxcroft.
Yeah, we have an injured player down there. We're going to take it over to a quick commercial break. Be back with you shortly.
Allen Softball Training Facility has the perfect gift for the budding all-star on your holiday shopping list. Give the gift of training. Sluggers offers both group and one-on-one lessons for all levels. Give the gift of experience. From pages to advanced technology, Sluggers is the perfect place to get practice and improve skills. Give the gift of competition. Joining a travel team at Sluggers is a great way to learn and grow with
Brothers Meats is a family-owned and operated business located in Guilford, Maine. We operate a local retail meat market along with a slaughterhouse, smokehouse, processing plants. Herring Brothers has also cut all the way to cutting it right on the spot for you. Also, while you're there, don't forget to try their wicked good beef jerky that is made right in Guilford, Maine. Call them at 207-876-4395 or visit them at 346 Water Street Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Welcome back now. That's Lucas Sands that went down on the the injury there. He did leave the field under his own power. Don't want to speculate too much, but looks like he was holding his left arm. So we'll try to keep that updated the best we can up here in the booth. Down there on the field, though, Piper keeps it. Toss out wide. Play being made. Jackson Justice able to evade some tacklers, and he's going to be down inside the Ponies' 15-yard.
They've been impressive offensively so far, Greely has.
And they're going to go up-tempo here, Chris. Try to get another play out of it. We saw this to start the game. Direct snap to Allen. They're going to go back to it. Allen, good hard run. Gets somersaulted there, but ultimately a really good carry. And the Rangers, they're moving again. They're going to have the chance to pick up a first down here as well. Should mention that. So,
yeah, they can get first down at the 5-yard line. And but Greeley's kind of done what they want offensively so far, and it's been very impressive their first 2 drives.
We haven't seen a ton in the passing game. The 1 2-point conversion and that play right there that went for a huge gain from Piper to Jackson Justice. Luke Piper waiting for the snap now. He's going to hand it off inside. Dragged down was Allen. See where they mark him. He's going to be right at the first down marker. And they're going to say he got it, Chris. So fresh set of downs now. So first and goal from the 4. They gave the indication that he got the first there.
Yeah, he got just past the marker.
They had
maybe by a half a yard.
Well, they'd signaled originally, but third down still up there and not quite past the yardage.
He was inside the 5 and he needed the 5, so I'm not sure.
Well, Piper's going to say it doesn't matter because he's going to scamper into the end zone untouched for a Greely touchdown. Chris, it's time to pay the Piper. Luke Piper takes it on into the end zone there. Untouched, unabated, into the end zone. As they did on the opening score, likely to go for 2 are the Greely Rangers here.
Guessing they do not have a at least reliable kicker. So it's like a team that's going to just try for a 2-point conversion every time.
And Chris, just like the song says, 2 is better than 1. They're going to go for 2 here.
You're full of these ones tonight, Zach. Love it. Love it.
I'd like to say I'm on a roll. I'm not sure if that's
like
accurate.
Butter?
But, you know, like a knife through butter for this offense of the Rangers. Piper, he's going to be stopped short of the goal line there. So it's going to say 12-6 our score. 3:21 remaining here in the opening quarter. We're going to swing it on over to a break. Be back with you in a moment.
Rouse Garage and Dover Foxcroft to discover the difference between walking into a local dealership versus a big dealer that uses high-pressure tactics the second you drive onto the lot. From selling you a vehicle to servicing your vehicle, Rouse Garage will treat you like you are the only customer. While you're there, check out their state-of-the-art automatic car wash. Rouse Garage, call them at 207-564-3434 or visit them at 191 East Main Street in Dover Foxcroft, Maine.
Actually, the last game we were at.
Welcome back here now. It's 6-12 our score. 3:21 remaining here on the opening clock. And it's been a dominant start here by these Greely Rangers offensively. And Ponies had a great start in their own right, but offensively, these two clubs are looking crisp. 3 total touchdowns to start the action. We still got 3 minutes plus on the clock.
Yeah, already 3 touchdowns on the board, and we're only 8.5 minutes in, so see if this keeps going, or I have an offensive fireworks here display tonight, Zach. So far, that's what the first quarter's been.
First kick went out of play that time, easily returnable. Harvey going to be the man that takes it. He cuts back towards the middle of the field. He's hit, but not brought down. Takes a couple more tacklers, but ultimately does get dragged down. Aaron Silver and Jarrett Bush involved on the tackling action there. And Chris talks about field positioning. This is going to be the most difficult field positioning we've seen to start this game. Still going to be across the 26-yard line, but
it's like Holmes was on that last defensive series as well, but he's back. He's in the backfield as well offensively. So whatever he hurt there a little while ago, he looks to be okay.
Back out there now, and he was making some things happen. That time, tried to make a man miss, but he's brought down by a pair of tacklers. And again, Baron Silver involved in the tackling action. Able to make some plays defensively thus far. Looking across the way, I just can't quite see the jersey number, but I believe Sands is back out there for the Ponies. Just want to confirm that. He did go down on that last defensive set, and I can't quite see him out there, so just looking for that jersey number. Actually, Chris, that is Llewellyn across that far side.
I do not see Sands on offense. And I don't see Sands on the sideline either.
Hand off there, that's Terzic. He caught the last score, this time trying to run for it, makes a man miss. And that was all Simon Terzic there, Chris. That play almost had thanks to his quick cut there, able to get some yardage out of it.
That's definitely a concerning factor here with Sands nowhere to be seen.
Seavey trying to see if this Ponies club can pick up the first down here. This is a big third down, 3rd and 4. Definitely not 4-down territory from this part of the field. Couple split out wide. Seavey out of shotgun, motion man across. Seavey's gonna keep it. He's gonna have enough for a first down, keeps the chains moving there and some.
Good job. Good job by Seavey that time.
He's had
being patient and going along the Greely sidelines and picking up the first.
He's had a couple of hard runs here, Chris. And we've talked about it a little bit. Don't let the level of offense confuse you. These two offensive and defensive lines, they're a huge part of this game tonight. And right now the offensive line's kind of been working its way on either side, but the battle that's happening there, not to be undersold. Lucas Sands sprinting back to the Pony sideline now. Just saw him out of my left field of vision there.
Grabs his helmet. He looks like he's ready to go back in the game.
Handoff now going south. Chance to make something happen. Landon Smith able to get back to positive yardage there.
Looks like he was going to lose 5 or 6 yards there, yeah. Good job to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he ran about 20 yards to get back to the original line of scrimmage there, so. And Sands still on the sideline. It was great to see him run back towards the Ponies club here, but still not yet returning to the game, but most importantly, it's just good to see him appearing in good spirits and moving around well. Seavey, motion man is Terzic. Seavey's going to drop back to pass here, going through the air. Chance long, jump ball.
Good job to break that up. Number 23 broke that up for Greely.
That was a great play there. Going deep on that one was Preston Hutchinson. Situation where you might typically see Lucas Sands, who's definitely looking to work his way back to the field.
Was Sawyer Bodell with the break up there for the Greely Rangers. Great breakout by him.
That's going to bring up
3rd and 10.
3rd and long here, and this is a clear passing down in situation. Seavey got a shotgun, going to drop back, looking through the air. That time it's Smith, nice catch!
Almost looked like it was overthrown, but Smith went up and grabbed it.
That's kind of the second time you've seen that action too, Chris, kind of that loop into the flat up the field. That's kind of what they scored on the first time around by Terzic. And that time Smith, great adjustment, great catch, great play call to keep the chains moving here.
Inside the Greely 45 to the 43. This first quarter clock is winding down here.
Lucas Sands back out there on the field, by the way.
Yes, good to see that. And Ponies are glad to have him back out there. He's obviously one of the key factors in this game.
And they're going to draw back to pass here. Seavey, he's going to elect to keep it ultimately, and he's going to be dragged down. Call that a sack behind the line of scrimmage.
He lose 3 yards.
Tripped up behind the line of scrimmage.
Could have been a design draw there, kind of the way that materialized, but
Probably going to get one more play here in this first quarter.
and clock.
Unless it's an incompletion.
Clock is moving along. Now under 30 seconds remaining. What's been an action-packed first quarter of play here, Chris. 3 total scores, 6-12. That's what we got on the board. Offense has scored every time they've had possession in the ball game. This drive still yet to be determined.
Second and long now after that sack on Seavey.
Seavey, he's going to be going through the air. That time, little pass into the flats there on a screen play. Going to have a couple of blockers out in front is Holmes, and he's going to get across the yardage to gain there. And that's going to be how the first quarter of action comes to a close. Action-packed all the way through. We're going to be back with you shortly to get the second quarter started. Welcome back here now, and thank you for rejoining us for the start of the second quarter. 6-12 our score. It's been an offensive juggernaut by either side, and the Ponies picking up where they left off on their opening offensive drive, looking to do more damage here. Seavey, he's going to stay through the air. That time wide open, has a man fighting towards the end zone is Holmes. Chris, we had not seen much passing in the ball game from the Ponies, just the one scoring play to Simon Terzic, but this drive and these recent plays been a lot of through-the-air action. That's gonna be
so far, couldn't be any more impressed with both offenses, the way they've moved the ball. Foxcroft this drive has been in some long yardage situations, and they've been able to come through.
Absolutely. Picking up a 3rd and 10. And this time, handoff to Smith. He's going to fight towards the corner and be forced out of play by a pair of Greely Rangers there.
And the long pass on 2nd and 13 as well, they completed down the field. So see if that Foxcroft can match Greely and punch it into the end zone again.
I've been very impressed with Jarrett Bush and what he's been able to do out there on the field and flying around and really making some plays happen defensively for these Greely Rangers. Been all over the field, special teams as well. Making plays time and time again. Start of the second quarter. Seavey returning to the huddle, a little bit of some time. I want to make sure the Ponies are drawing up the right play here.
Goal here.
Seavey got a shotgun. Holmes motion man away. Seavey's going to keep it. He's going to be dropped after a short gain there. Jackson Justice involved on the tackle. That's going to bring up 3rd and goal here. It's about 2 yards away, so you got 2 downs to gain 2 yards. This is where the rubber can meet the road sometimes here, Chris.
Bringing in the multi-talented Simon Terzic on this play as well. Looks like that is Holmes coming to the sideline, or Smith. Is that Smith? Yeah,
I believe that is
sideline. Yep. Smith came to the sideline. Terzic came in. See what the Ponies have up their sleeve here on 3rd down, and before that, we're going to have a timeout.
We're going to have a timeout. We're going to keep it here. Chris, has been an action-packed opening, quarter plus of action here. 10:39 remaining on the clock. want to thank everybody again for joining us for some coverage here of Maine high school athletics, and it's all made possible by some of the sponsors that have helped make these broadcasts free and available. If you're hungry, Governors has you covered. Breakfast before the game, lunch at halftime, dinner after the buzzer, and dessert anytime. Dine in, grab it to go, or get it delivered with DoorDash or Uber Eats. You can visit governorsrestaurant.com. Maine fans, fuel up at Governors. Black Bear Cranes, a family-owned and operated rigging service provider located in Herman, covering the state of Maine with cranes from 27 to 240 tons, from roof trusses, HVAC units, steel and precast erection, and modular home and communications equipment. Call 977-BEAR today. And with that, Chris, we return to the action here.
At the 1 yard line.
Third
so.
and 1. Yeah, even closer. It's going to be a handoff. Holmes trying to go
short.
over the top.
He's short, yeah.
He is short. What tackle there.
Absolutely. He tried to dive over the top of the pile, and the Greely defender said, not so fast, young man.
That was just a gritty play by offensive lineman, defensive lineman. Jackson Justice flying over. 4th, and they're going to call it 1.
Kind of a critical moment, the way that these two teams have moved the ball.
Yeah.
If Foxcroft can't punch it in right here, then again, Greely would have to take over at their own 1, so see what happens.
Big play in the ball game, though. This would be the first moment, if Foxcroft doesn't pick it up, that an offense has not scored in the ball game. Been 3 offensive possessions and 3 touchdowns. And although it is 4th and an inch, still out of shotgun here is CV. It's going to be a handoff inside. Holmes, he's going to fight across. He's in. He was met by a couple of Rangers, but just enough downward momentum for Holmes to find his way into the end zone. All knotted up, and the scoring continues. 9:42 remaining here in the second.
I wonder if you will see. Well, I guess the answer is that. I think Harvey's out there to kick the extra point. After that first extra point attempt, I was wondering maybe if we'd see Foxcroft go for 2.
Knowing full well that Greely does also like to go for 2. So just a little bit of some chess pieces on the board, but Harvey's going to line up to kick this one. And that is going to be good. Almost blocks, but ultimately gives the Ponies their first lead of the ball game. 13-12 our score. We're going to send it on over to a break. Be back with you in a moment.
Are you looking for the perfect house? Well, look no further than Next Home Experience Realtor, Jamie Gilbert. Jamie covers the greater Bangor area all the way up to Greenville. She offers superior personal service before, during, and after your transaction. So if you are in the greater Bangor area and you see Lou's home dog on a lawn, make sure to call Next Home Experience Realtor, Jamie Gilbert. Give her a call 207-343-1215 and get started on finding your dream home today.
Welcome back here now. The Ponies, they keep offenses alive in this one. 13-12 our score. It's been 4 total touchdowns on 4 offensive possessions for the Greely Rangers and Foxcroft Academy Ponies in total. Been a lot of offense. Good defense at times, but good execution for either side. Harvey looking to execute this kickoff. It's been good field positioning pretty much throughout for the Greely Rangers. That time returnable. Looking to make a man miss. High tackle there, heavy collision.
One of the other bigger games we mentioned earlier around the state, big Class A battle between Thornton Academy and Portland. Well, Thornton Academy is making a statement. They're up 29-0 on Portland in the second quarter, so
that was a
big statement for them tonight.
That was another game similar to this one that a lot of people have had penciled for quite a while, and that is a big statement.
Portland's missing 6 kids, I guess, for their game tonight, so that obviously makes a huge difference, but Thornton definitely making a statement tonight.
Can indeed. Piper out of shotgun. He's going to hand that one off. Decent gain inside, but ultimately not really brought down by a couple of tacklers. Getting pumped up on that attempt.
Number 60 with the hit.
Good stick inside by Tyler Wing. He let the crowd know about it, trying to get some life into this sideline for the effort that he's put out there, that the Ponies have put out there, and responding well are the Pony faithful. Piper again, men split to either side. That time, gonna keep it. Pass out wide is caught. Enough for a first down. Makes a man miss. Gets a couple more.
Boy, they are good in space. Making tacklers miss and picking up that yak is what we call it. Yards after the catch.
Justice delivered some justice on that hit right there. Able to fight for some extra
You're full
yardage.
of them tonight, Zach. I like it.
These offenses are full of some good plays. Both sides looking really efficient out here. Viper. Couple players split to his left. Handoff inside that time. Going to be a good gain on the ground. Number 9, that's Sean Justice.
A lot of justice being served out here tonight.
It is indeed. Sean and Jackson, both in their own rights, able to do some
Both with
positive
big
things.
plays so far
Absolutely.
tonight. Yep.
We could list a number of players that have had some big plays.
We could.
Noah Allen, a huge opening
We could
drive.
probably do a lot of puns too.
We have so far.
We have so far. Yeah.
Probably give the fans at home some relief. Second down here. Piper going to keep it this time. Out near his side.
Over there with the tackle.
That's going to be 3rd and 4. Chris, I'm not sure how many third downs Greely has faced in this game.
Maybe one.
It's been. That's not a stat we're tracking. So
no, we're not tracking that. But
could be wrong on that one, but it doesn't feel that way. The way that their
it
offense
doesn't,
has
You're right.
operated.
You're right too. That will come later in the statistics at the end, the third down conversions. But I can only remember, I believe, one.
They got another one here. And Piper, he's going to keep it again. Left, he's going to have enough for a first down, but we got a flag. Yeah, the way that was thrown and the situation it was thrown.
It's like number 10 out here near us. Number 10 maybe with the offensive hold possibly.
And that's going to back him up 10 yards, so wipe away the first down there, Chris. He went from 1st and 10 to 3rd and long very quickly. And huge penalty. We actually have not seen many of them tonight, Chris. It's been both sides doing a pretty clean job. A couple of early on in that first quarter of action, a block in the back and offside penalty. But
3rd and 16 now. Back it up after the penalty. So
that's from the original line of scrimmage. That's going to back him up pretty heavily here. So
see if
obvious
Greely
passing.
takes a chance down the field here. They've had some shots down the field. Not many, but they've the ones that they've thrown.
Split out wide is Jackson Justice and Dominic Martone. Piper, he's going to roll to his right, throw it through the air into the flats, and near enough for a first down.
They're probably going to go for it in that spot if they don't get it.
That was Sean Justice, and it looks like the line judge has him right at.
That is a first down if he marks it at the 44.
Yeah. Huge play. They might do a measurement on this one. It's so close.
He's going to say first down?
They're going to move the chains without a measurement there, Chris. So 3rd and 16. You think they're going to have to go deep downfield, but really just a quick screenplay almost into the flats. Give a ton of credit to Sean Justice there, able to get across the line to gain. That's going to keep the chains moving, keeps the clock moving. 6:34 remaining here in this opening half of football. Piper, lone man beside him in the backfield now. Looking to get in a rhythm in the passing game here. Piper, he's going to go deep on that one. He's got a man potentially open.
Oh, he almost made a one-handed catch on that.
Just able to get there was Preston Hutchinson to kind of disrupt that play, but had a man there and almost a huge play in this game.
Yeah, it was Dominic Martone is who that ball was thrown at. And almost made a one-hand catch.
Martone has made some big plays in this game. That one would have been a huge one. Stops the clock now, 6:14 remaining. 2nd and long now. Going again with 3 players split wide. Motion man across. Fake and handoff inside. Good hard running there.
Pick up about 8 yards on that.
That was Noah Allen. We have an injured
Greely
player
injury
down there on the field. Never like to see that. We're going to swing it on over to a commercial break. Be back with you in a moment.
T-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, hats, baby clothes, and much more. Get your Eastern Maine sports merch at www.bonfire.com/store/eastern-maine-sports or at easternmainsports.com. Wide selection of items available with more being added frequently.
Welcome back here and now. Looked like that was James Taylor across the far side that was able to return under his own power, kind of jogged off the field. Always love to see that. We'll return us to the action here. 3rd and 2. Piper calls his own number here. He's fighting for a first. He's got it and more. Fighting down the sideline. Going to be chased out of bounds. Good hard running by Luke Piper. Originally, we weren't sure he was going to get enough for the first, and he did a lot more than that.
They're going to spot that at the 11-yard line. So still Greely with another chance to pick up another first down with the ball spotted at the 11 here now.
Chris, the way this game's going, whoever has it last might be the team that does it in this one.
I think you might be right.
Offensively, I mean, we got a long way to go. But
we do.
Looking at what the percentages are right now, Greely's
or the first team that comes up with a defensive stand as well.
Absolutely.
Could definitely change the game a lot.
Greely, the Rangers, they can actually pick up a first down inside the 1 here. So they got 4 downs to try and do it originally, and they might have even more than that. Screenplay now. Coming back towards the middle of the field, going to be dragged down by a slew
Good job
of
of gang tackling there by the Ponies.
It's going to be Kyles on the
might have got a yard. Well, 2 yards, I guess. Toby Nelson says he gets 2.
And we listen to Toby Nelson up here in the booth. PA announcer here at Foxcroft Academy does a great job. Time and time again. As has this Greely Rangers offense, time and time again, able to make plays happen in big moments, in backed up moments on this drive especially. A 3rd and 16 shortly ago. A 3rd and 2 that went for a huge gain. And Piper's been a huge part of the Justice. Handoff inside to Allen. He fights for was met by a couple of Ponies there, and neither side was giving, and ultimately not even dragged down, but just kind of stopped in motion there. So 3rd and 5, and again, not 3rd and goal. A first down can be picked up here, so really you've got 2 downs to get 5 yards is what you're primarily thinking about.
It's hard to say how that play would have ended up, but Jackson Justice looks like he had quite a bit of green grass if he would have been handed the ball right there. But again, it's hard to say when that was not the play that happened. Defense kind of react a different way, obviously, if you hand it off to a different guy. So
it is Sean Justice and Noah Allen to either side of Piper now. Handoff faked. Pass into the flats. Player fell down. It was well defended by Landon Smith either way, but Jackson Justice not able to really make a play. And Chris, this is definitely the biggest play early on of this ball game. 4th and 5. Ponies had a 4th down earlier, but that was from the 1-inch line. This one a little bit more difficult to pick up through the air. 4th and 5 coming up on the way.
let's see if they run some sort of action or send somebody in motion and see if the quarterback takes it on his own here.
A lot of options open and available. Sean Justice splitting out wide. The Pony faithful rising to their feet. They feel this moment. Piper tries to get a man to jump. Almost did. Traditional passing situation here. Rolling out to his right. Pass into the flats. That one is caught for a touchdown. 4th and 5 is just going to be the 5th touchdown of the game total and the scoring continues. Jackson Justice able to find his way to the end zone. Good throw. The coverage was there, but just better execution offensively. Greely back on top here, Chris.
Rangers will go for a 2-point conversion.
2-point conversion going to be pending. Under center now is Piper. Haven't seen this a ton. Piper handoff inside to Sean Justice, and he's not going to find anything there. Shut down again. We're going to swing it on over to a commercial break. Be back with you for more on the Eastern Maine Sports Media coverage.
One softball training facility has the perfect gift for the budding all-star on your holiday shopping list. Give the gift of training. Sluggers offers both group and one-on-one lessons. Give the gift of experience. From batting cages to advanced technology, Sluggers is the perfect place to get practice and improve skills. Give the gift of competition. Joining a travel team at Sluggers is a great way to learn and grow with new friends. You're sure to hit it out of the park when you give the gift of Sluggers.
Welcome back here now, and our producer, cameraman extraordinaire Mark Kellnan was also doing some math for us real quick during the commercial break there and brought up a great point, Chris. This could be a 2-score game if the 2-point conversions were going the way of the Greely Rangers, and just give credit to the Ponies on that. I mean, the plays have been close, just hasn't happened, but that's the difference of a game being 13-18 or 24-13. Those are two totally different scores.
Yeah, they certainly are. Especially the way that, Foxcroft's been able to battle back and put some points on the board themselves. So
instead of being down 2 scores, down ditch here, and decent return going to be out across the 30-yard line. It's going to be 3 minutes and 42 seconds on the second quarter clock and in remaining in the first half. Do want to mention we have a special guest joining us at halftime. Bob Beetham's going to come up into the booth and talk a little bit of some school football as well as some upcoming basketball. Very special guest, Bob Beetham's going to be joining us. Always happy to have Bob on, and he's got a ton of sports knowledge. Just going to be very fortunate to chat with him here at halftime, so stick around for that, and also stick around for the remainder of this first half because it has been a fun ball game here, Chris. CV out of shotgun. Motion across, handoff to Harvey.
They weren't fooled that time.
They were not. Harvey
I
losing.
think that's the first carry for Harvey, too. Maybe Greely really sniffed that out that time. So big 5-yard loss, and all the, Ponies are right backed up already on second down. So let's see how they respond.
Greeley's got some timeouts remaining here in this first half as well. So plenty of opportunity, dependent on how this next set of plays goes. You might be able to get your team the ball back. Obviously, a lot to be determined between then and now.
Yeah, and Foxcroft gets the ball coming up for the third quarter as well, so got to remember that.
CV, it's going to be a passing situation here, going through the air. Able to pick up a ton here. It's going to be Holmes, lowers the shoulder, lowers the boom. And it was a collision of the twos. 22 lowered it on number 2 of the Greely Rangers, Luke Piper. He's not afraid either. That was a strong collision there and a huge gain. Here I was talking about Greely maybe getting the ball back if they were able to get a stop there on second down, and that has quickly changed on its head there, Chris.
Good play call that time.
Those passes to the flats have been there.
Yeah. I think that's the second or third one that Holmes has gotten good yardage on.
CV going to do this one all on his own. Passing situation, Harvey.
Ooh, wow, almost caught it.
His elevator went to the top floor there, just not able to come down with the football.
Taking long shots like that, you do wonder how we will see a shot up top to Sands, who's been quiet.
Quiet also came back from injury, so he's kind of been a mixed
Wondering
game.
if that is affecting him out there.
And also a player that's going to get a lot of attention. I mean, if Lucas Sands is split out wide, you're often going to see the best team's defensive back on him time and time again. This time he is isolated on the sideline nearest to us.
Does have safety help over the top, though.
CV went for the quarterback keeper there and was brought
Lost
down.
2 yards, I think.
third down now. Clock continuing to move. 2:15 on the clock. So you're going to have to snap this ball with a decent amount of time left here. 3 timeouts for Greely, 2 timeouts for the Ponies. This is the game of football in a nutshell. How do you massage these last couple of minutes as the clock is now under 2? 1:56 remaining in this opening half.
If you're Foxcroft, you want to try to get a score here, especially having the ball coming out for the third quarter. So if they can pull that off here, that would be huge for the Ponies.
Players split wide now. CV gonna keep it through the air here. That time going deep, it's Harvey. That time he's got it! Hit distributed, but not before the first down. A little bit of a miscommunication, it would appear, between the defensive backs, Silver and Piper. We're gonna have a timeout here taken by Coach Danny White and the Ponies. We're gonna keep it here. Chris, right now, the only thing that might stop the scoring is the clock. So, going to be interesting to see how they manage the ending of this first half. 1:31 remaining. And now they're in striking position of CV through the air at any given point.
Yeah, I want to tell you about another one of our quick sponsors, Zach. Bring the family to Angler's Restaurant, where Maine classics like fried clams, haddock, and lobster are served with a smile. Join us for lunch or dinner, or order ahead to go. See our full menu at anglerseafoodrestaurant.com, your hometown seafood spot. And wherever you're watching the game, we want to remind you of all of our broadcasts on our website at easternmainsports.com/live/broadcast. That's a long one to say, isn't it? Or on that's on YouTube. Eastern Maine Sports Media, you can see us on YouTube, and on X at Eastern Maine ME Sports. Also follow us on Facebook at Eastern Maine Sports, and now on our TikTok at Eastern Maine Sports as well.
Plenty of ways to find the
TikTok
action.
has been very entertaining. I've been watching a lot of that lately. So Mark adding great content to that.
Great things all over the place, all brought to you by these Maine high school athletes and what they've been able to do. And you've seen it on full display here tonight as well. CV, that time, handoff to Smith. Out of the timeout, Ponies go with the run. Keep the clock moving here. And they're going to go hurry up offense, so timeout to communicate the expectations. Ponies going up tempo here. And then we're going to have a little razzle-dazzle. Jet reverse into the end zone. Lucas Sands. Call Sports Center. That one was fun. Well, it wasn't the Philly special, but Lucas Sands, what a play. Good pass there also on the jet sweep. Kind of got initially tunnel vision on the ball carrier there, but the trick play, probably designed there out of the timeout, discussed, give your chance and give your team the chance to discuss that play. That's a tough one to stop there, Chris.
This time the Ponies are going to go for 2 and try to extend their lead to 3 here.
CV through the air, looking for a man. Eventually goes to the end zone that time, just too low, a lot of traffic. 2-point attempt, no good. With 1:07, we're going to keep it here, Chris. So I'm a broken record. I've kept this point throughout the first half, but we have yet to see a possession end without a touchdown. It's been all scoring in this first half. With 1:07, it might be tough for the Greely Rangers to keep that going. And the Ponies a chance to double dip here. They're going to get the second half kickoff. But first, seconds and 3 timeouts for the Greely Rangers.
Yeah, this can dictate the game, really. I mean, if Greeley's able to respond here, that would be huge for them because Foxcroft gets the ball coming out in the third quarter, and they've just jumped on top. So Greely with 1:07 and some timeouts. See what they can do with this last 1:07.
A lot to be determined on the kickoff here, too, because we've seen time and time again pretty good field positioning for the Greely Rangers. So be interested to see how the Ponies play this one. Harvey's kick is away. That one going to take a bounce, eventually be fielded, but the Ponies able to get down there in short order. Returnable, but overall well covered there. And gets across the 25 to around the 27. So 1 minute exactly on the clock, 3 timeouts. And you've got a pretty good quarterback back there to try to mount a 2-minute drill. Cut that in half, call it a 1-minute drill.
Yep. Really does have all 3 timeouts remaining, right?
Yeah. 3 timeouts left in this.
That's plenty of time
half.
because the clock usually stops when they pick up a first down to respot the ball. So with that, with timeouts left, that's a lot of time, especially the way the first half has gone.
We've already seen a lot of up-tempo so far in this ball game for the Greely Rangers. Going no huddle at times, so would not be surprised if they're completely comfortable in doing that on this drive here.
What you don't want is a mistake and a turnover, the spot.
Piper, he's going to keep it, pass to the flats, looking to get out of bounds with it. Intended for Jackson Justice. That time going to sail out of play. 4 seconds come off the clock. 2nd and 10, 56 seconds remaining on the play clock. 18-19 our score. It's been an offensive-fueled first half of action. Both sides executing very well here on their respective sides. Luke Piper, motion man across. Gonna keep it now, rolling to his left. Just gonna elect to go out of bounds here, Chris.
Not really what you wanted to do because it stops the clock, and now Greely's going to have the 3rd down. And if Foxcroft can get a stop, they're going to have some time left on the clock and probably good field position.
Yeah, I mean, depending on this play, if you don't pick up the first down now, like you just mentioned, Chris, the Ponies will get the ball back. And
this could be a big turning tide in the game.
This is a big moment for sure. We've only had 8 seconds pass since Greely originally touched the ball. We saw the attack through the air last drive, really throughout this first half for the Ponies. So they can score in short order as well. Still got a 3rd down to contend with here. Luke Piper receives a snap. He's going to roll to his right. That time goes deep. Intercepted by Lucas Sands.
One-handed interception. Beautiful. And now, if you're Foxcroft, you're in big-time business here. Already leading by 1. You got the ball back. You got time. And you get the ball coming out in the second half.
Lucas Sands is heating up. I mean,
yeah.
He just had the touchdown on the acrobatic catch. You want to talk acrobatic. How about that interception?
I guess he's okay.
There. He did go down early.
He's okay on that play.
He went up with the right hand. It was his left arm earlier. Don't want to speculate too much, but made that one look easy. And like you said, Chris, also our first defensive stop of the game. Kind of like an arm punt there, but you would have liked to get more yardage out of it. Seavey going through the air, looking deep. That one's taken away. Anything you can do, I can do better.
Piper was in the right spot, and Foxcroft, with all the momentum going, wanted to take a shot, and Piper was there for the interception for Greely.
Piper picked it off as the start of it feels like a tongue twister there almost, but just a great play. And the quarterback gets his team the ball right back. 35 seconds remaining on the clock here. You might see them just elect to take it to the half.
That's what I was going to guess right here.
Still got the 3 timeouts, so, I mean, maybe you see what you can do on your
I think you might see them just keep it on the ground here, though.
Trying to get to the half here one way or another.
Well, they're in the shotgun, so we'll see. Again, 3 timeouts leaves you quite a bit of time if you can pick up a good gain here.
See what you can do on first down. Piper going through the air again. This time almost able to find his intended target there. Kyles.
That was Terzic with the defensive break up there for the Ponies, and Terzic's done a couple of fine things in this ball game.
Had a touchdown, the first of the game for the Ponies.
Threw a touchdown pass too.
Yeah, it's been all
on that
over
last
the place.
touchdown. So now doing it on the defensive side. He can play quarterback as well.
Absolutely.
So
we've seen him do that, actually.
Yep.
Played that position in our last broadcast that we had here at Foxcroft Academy between the Old Town Coyotes. Luke Piper now drops back again. That time over the middle of the defense.
Whew. Some dangerous passes, because if one of these gets picked off right here and you got these guys back near the quarterback, that's going to leave the sideline over here wide open, and Foxcroft could take it to the house.
Nearly in the same part of the field as the last interception as well. So I can understand trying to pick up something here. You got the three timeouts rather to work with.
I wonder on third down, though, if they keep it on the ground here and try to at least force Foxcroft into taking a timeout.
Yeah, and Foxcroft does have one remaining, so the football gods playing the game of chess here out there on the field, and sometimes that's what you get to see on full display, and that's what we have here to end this first half. Piper, screenplay, well-designed play here. Going to have a ton of room to work with.
An immediate timeout here by Greely.
Just a great play call right
yeah,
there.
It absolutely was, yep. They had the defense back for the Ponies in prevent, and they threw it underneath. And that was a great play call by the Greely coach.
And the defensive line knows that you're passing, so they're pinning their ears back, trying to get after the quarterback. Just a really well-designed play there. And had the 3 timeouts, got 2 left to work with.
Ball's at the 44 of Foxcroft, so at the very least, you can take some shots at the end zone here.
Absolutely. And Luke Piper very adept at the quarterback position. Try to see maybe if you can get a little bit closer before that starts happening, but
and taking those shots down the field, there's always a chance of a defensive pass interference, which would set you up in a real good spot, especially if you go down the field.
So both sides going to return following the timeout here. Well-designed play led to a decent gain, and it was enough for a first down and enough to get into Ponies territory. Still more to do if the Greely Rangers want to find the end zone here. Piper, he's got Landon Smith in tow, able to get that one across to Martone, and dropped.
I'm going to call that an incompletion. Thought maybe for a minute that he had planted and had Foxcroft thought fumble, but they're going to call that one incomplete.
And 8 seconds remaining here, Chris. It's going to be
you could tell they want to take a shot, though, the way he was rolling out. So good rush that time, too, to flush him out.
Play clock-wise, you might have enough for
two plays. Maybe, depending on what calls they're going to.
Likely 2.
Or you might just drop back and run around and then heave one to the end zone, see what happens.
We will see. A lot to be determined here. Ponies giving a lot of room here. Just playing over the top. You can afford to give up some yardage here. Just don't want to let them find the end zone. Luke Piper. He's going to go long. Preston Hutchinson right there. It was actually a little bit of some defense from the Greely Rangers. And that's going to leave 1.3 on the clock. Leave one last chance at an end zone heave.
Seen a lot of crazy plays in football where balls get deflected and only takes a player standing in the right spot to get that deflection. And kind of like the Bears-Commanders game last year. Same type of thing, end of the game, and heave it up, and the Hail Mary was answered.
And Greely going to come together here, take a timeout. Opportunity, I mean, you've got them. They're going to go away anyways. Might as well use them right now. Talk about this final play here of the first half. And what a first half it has been. 19-18 our score. For a while there, it was all offense all the time. We've seen a pair of interceptions since to break that up. But what a first half of football. A game we expected to see. Maybe a little bit more high scoring for a first half than we expected. But both offenses showing you why they're the teams they are.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be a lot of difference between these two teams, and see how much Greely wants to do with this here at the end. It is always a dangerous thing when a ball is intercepted, because Foxcroft has the athletes to be able to return one of those.
And before, Lucas Sands was kind of playing a return man type position, just as far back as he could. Now you kind of see a little bit more spread across, prevent situation here. Going to get after the quarterback. Fires toward the end zone. That one is intercepted. Chance to try and make something happen. Lucas Sands back towards the heart of the field. Maybe he wanted to
pitch that. He wanted to.
Going to be happy to get his second interception of the first half, and that's going to be how the first half of action comes to a close. Foxcroft Academy on top, 19-18. We're going to take a quick break and have
T-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, hats, baby clothes, and much more. Get your Eastern Maine Sports merch at www.bonfire.com/store/Eastern-Maine-Sports or at easternmainsports.com. Wide selection of items available with more being added frequently.
Are you looking for the perfect house? Well, look no further than Next Home Experience Realtor, Jamie Gilbert. Jamie covers the greater Bangor area all the way up to Greenville. She offers superior personal service before, during, and after your transaction. So if you are in the greater Bangor area and you see Luke the next home dog on a lawn, make sure to call Next Home Experience Realtor Jamie Gilbert. Give her a call at 207-343-1215 and get started on finding your dream home today.
Softball training facility has the perfect gift for the budding all-star on your holiday shopping list. Give the gift of training. Sluggers offers both group and one-on-one lessons for all levels. Give the gift of experience. From batting cages to advanced technology, Sluggers is the perfect place to get practice and improve skills. Give the gift of competition. Joining a travel team at Sluggers is a great way to learn and grow with new friends. You're sure to hit it out of the park when you give the gift of Sluggers.
Building or remodeling a home or office and need electrical work? Call Ideal Energy Solutions. Ideal Energy Solutions is ready to wire your building right. Don't settle for less than ideal. Go with Ideal Energy Solutions. Call today.
Brothers Meats is a family-owned and operated business located in Guilford, Maine. We operate a local retail meat market along with a slaughterhouse, smokehouse, and processing plants. Herring Brothers has all sorts of meats from already pre-cut all the way to cutting it right on the spot for you. Also, while you're there, don't forget to try their wicked good beef jerky that is made right in Guilford, Maine. Call them at 207-876-4395 or visit them at 346 Water Street Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Rouse Garage in Dover Foxcroft to discover the difference between walking into a local dealership versus a big dealer that uses high-pressure tactics the second you drive onto the lot. From selling you a vehicle to servicing your vehicle, Rouse Garage will treat you like you are the only customer. While you're there, check out their state-of-the-art automatic car wash. Rouse Garage, call them at 207-564-3434 or visit them at 191 East Main Street in Dover Foxcroft, Maine.
Get ideas and inspiration before your next building project even begins at Hammond Lumber Company. Create your vision when you explore Hammond's extensive in-store showroom displays, showcasing innovative trends from industry-leading suppliers and designers. Your Hammond sales rep will help you find the look you like, and Hammond's design team will help you make it your own. And Hammond delivers from 22 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. For your next building project, find your vision at Hammond Lumber Company.
Welcome back here. Thank you for rejoining us on the halftime program at Eastern Maine Sports Media. Bob Beetham, special guest here. It's always great to talk to you, Bob. But we were kind of chatting a little bit there during the break. What a first half of football this was, and kind of jump into your mind. You've got a great, sports acumen. What was your takeaway? Some of the things and your impressions from that first half.
I think it was a little bit what we expected coming in tonight. Obviously, I'd seen Greely a couple weeks ago when they played Falmouth, and they've got one of the top quarterbacks in the state, Luke Piper, and he certainly had an outstanding first half. And really runs their offense very well. And I thought both teams had a really good mix of run pass. Noah Allen, he didn't touch the ball as much the second quarter too. I think you might see him go back to might see Greely go back to him a little bit more second half. And then Foxcroft Academy had very good balance on offense. I thought Evan Seavey had a great first half. Other thing that was very impressive was how both teams pass blocked. Neither quarterback was really pressured much in the first half and was able to find their either receiver downfield or check off, maybe a screen pass over the middle. So I thought both teams were very well balanced, and I thought both teams protect the quarterback very well in the first half.
It was a great first half, especially offensively for the two sides. A couple of conversations that maybe could be happening on the defensive side of the ball, but it was a great first half of action and a lot of fun to see. Bob, you have such a good, like I mentioned, sports acumen in general, and you're so in tune with kind of each season and the developing storylines, and just looking abroad, kind of what's been a developing story or a surprising takeaway for you from just this fall season overall in the football realm?
I think football-wise, I think the Class C league that we're seeing tonight here, I think probably the deepest league and probably the most competitive league in the state. And I think the reason for that, too, is you've got a lot of really good traditional football communities. You've got, in this league, you've got Levitt, you've got Wells, certainly Foxcroft Academy, you have to put in that conversation, tradition-rich program. Gardner's certainly a tradition-rich football community. And then you've got rising programs. I think Herman, you look at them, they're going to be a powerhouse for years to come. That community has really embraced football, and they get a lot of kids playing there. You look at a program like Madomic, they've been injured, had some key injuries early in the season, but that's another program or a community that's really embraced football as well. So you've got a lot of really good competitive football programs in this league, and night in and night out. Even the teams that have struggled a little bit this year, they've certainly got some playmakers that if you don't come to play, they can knock you off and give you a real hard time. You look at Foxcroft and York last week. York gave Foxcroft all they wanted. Hasn't won a game yet this year. So it's a really, really competitive league, top to bottom. So I think that's one of the takeaways. I think the other thing too is Greely. Coming in here tonight, they're undefeated. They're transitioning from 8-man football a year ago, coming back to 11-man. And traditionally, the teams that have come from 8-man to 11 have really, struggled a little bit and kind of had to find their, sea legs a little bit, so to speak, coming into that first year in 8-man and 11-man football. But, Greeley's certainly done an outstanding job and, really has some tremendous athletes. We talked about the quarterback, Piper, and then obviously Allen as a running back, and then the Justice kid as a receiver. I mean, athletically, at the skill positions, they're as solid as anybody.
Yeah, and you're seeing that on full display here tonight.
Absolutely.
Bob, you give so much, and that's a perfect example of knowledge and insight into some of the X's and O's of each team and of a developing season. What is Bob's favorite part about the fall sports season, just in general? What is it about the fall season that you either appreciate or just it's an important part of the school year or time for you?
I think the weather, for one thing. I've always said that September or October is probably the best time to live in the state of Maine. You've got, mostly warm days. You've got these nice, cool, crisp nights. You don't have the bugs. You don't have the humidity. It's, it's just a really good time of year. And then obviously, getting back together, communities getting back together after, summertime too. High school football really brings people together, and I think that's something really special. Especially in some of those real, football communities. Certainly Foxcroft we talked about. Herman developing. Went down to Thornton Academy a few weeks ago. The Saco community really embraces football too. They got a ton of kids playing down there. I was saying to one of the Bangor, followers down there. We were just watching the halftime, and the number of youth football players from Saco out at the field at halftime. We said, this is why Thornton Academy is so successful year in and year out. I mean, there were a ton of kids out there that night. So, high school football just really has a way of bringing people together, and just a really special time here in the state of Maine.
And Thornton Academy put on a show tonight as well. They were up 29-0 the last. We had Chris Lesnar check up here in the booth. So
yeah, that's a very good football team, and I would be surprised. Bonnie Eagle, I think might give them a run too. I think those are certainly. Those two teams are head and shoulders in Class A. Thornton Academy, they're just physical up front, both sides of the line. They've got tremendous depth, a couple of running backs that are very fast and athletic, very good quarterback. They really don't have a weakness, and they're very, very good.
Yeah, absolutely. Bob, it's always a pleasure to have you up here in the booth with us, and I know we'll be doing it more, especially as the basketball season draws near. I saved you from all the basketball questions tonight because I always love picking your brain.
You can ask me if it's basketball questions.
You want one before we go?
I mean, basketball. I mean, I appreciate the different.
Today.
I appreciate the different sports seasons, but I will say though, basketball is my favorite of the sports that I cover. So,
what makes it your favorite about the sports that you're able to cover?
I don't know. I've just always been a basketball guy first and foremost. At the high school level, now at the professional level, I'm a baseball guy, but at the high school level, high school basketball is by far my favorite sport at the high school level.
Yeah, it was nice to see that schedule and kind of not the team matchup schedule, but seeing that full plan kind of on play, and the role you have at the tournament is something we'll end up talking about at some point too. But
yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun this year. Obviously, we're going to have more games this year with the addition of the small school Class S. I think it's going to be a lot of fun this year, and the regular season we're going to have some teams playing other schools that they haven't traditionally played in the past. I haven't seen a lot of the schedules yet. I know Ellsworth, for instance, they're going to play 3 Class A schools in Bangor, Brewer, Hamden. So, and Ellsworth, both boys and girls have been very competitive. So I think those will be competitive matchups. It'll be good to see out-of-class games that, just kind of make sense that way. That'll be competitive.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We expect a competitive second half here. One more time, Bob, thank you so much for joining us up here in the booth. We're going to swing on over to a quick commercial break and rejoin you for more on the Halftime Show.
All right.
T-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, hats, baby clothes, and much more. Get your Eastern Sports merch at www.bonfire.com/store/Eastern-Maine-Sports or at easternmainsports.com. Wide selection of items available with more being added frequently.
Are you looking for the perfect house? Well, look no further than Next Home Experience Realtor, Jamie Gilbert. Jamie covers the greater Bangor area all the way up to Greenville. She offers superior personal service before, during, and after your transaction. So if you are in the greater Bangor area and you see Luke the next home dog on a lawn, make sure to call Next Home Experience Realtor Jamie Gilbert. Give her a call at 207-343-1215 and get started on finding your dream home today.
Softball training facility has the perfect gift for the budding all-star on your holiday shopping list. Give the gift of training. Sluggers offers both group and one-on-one lessons for all levels. Give the gift of experience. From batting cages to advanced technology, Sluggers is the perfect place to get practice and improve skills. Give the gift of competition. Joining a travel team at Sluggers is a great way to learn and grow with new friends. You're sure to hit it out of the park when you give the gift of Sluggers.
Building or remodeling a home or office and need electrical work? Call Ideal Energy Solutions. Ideal Energy Solutions is ready to wire your building right. Don't settle for less than ideal. Go with Ideal Energy Solutions. Call today.
Brothers Meats is a family-owned and operated business located in Guilford, Maine. We operate a local retail meat market along with a slaughterhouse, smokehouse, and processing plants. Herring Brothers has all sorts of meats from already pre-cut all the way to cutting it right on the spot for you. Also, while you're there, don't forget to try their wicked good turkey that is made right in Guilford, Maine. Call them at 207-876-4395 or visit them at 346 Water Street Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Rouse Garage in Dover Foxcroft to discover the difference between walking into a local dealership versus a big dealer that uses high-pressure tactics the second you drive onto the lot. From selling you a vehicle to servicing a vehicle, Rouse Garage will treat you like you are the only customer. While you're there, check out their state-of-the-art automatic car wash. Rouse Garage, call them at 207-564-3434 or visit them at 191 East Main Street in Dover Foxcroft, Maine.
Get ideas and inspiration before your next building project even begins at Hammond Lumber Company. Create your vision when you explore Hammond's extensive in-store showroom displays, showcasing innovative trends from industry-leading suppliers and designers. Your Hammond sales rep will help you find the look you like, and Hammond's design team will help you make it your own. And Hammond delivers from 22 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. For your next building project, find your vision at Hammond Lumber Company.
Welcome back here now. Thank you for rejoining us as the halftime has drawn to a close. What a first half of football that was, Chris. And one more time, I want to thank Bob Beetham for coming up. It's always great to be able to chat with him, talk all things Maine high school football, basketball, baseball when that time rolls around as well. Bob, you know, a wealth of knowledge across the board. Chris, what a first half. I mean, offensive explosions, offense galore. What did you see in that first half?
Well, I can recap the scoring for you. Greely started off the scoring with a Noah Allen 48-yard touchdown run. 2-point pass failed, and it was 6-0. That was early in the first quarter. CB came back for Foxcroft with a 10-yard touchdown pass to Terzic. Kick attempt failed on that one. It was 6-6. Piper for Greely, 4-yard touchdown run. 2-point conversion also failed. That was a big factor in that first half. 12-6 Greely. Foxcroft took their first lead when Finn Holmes had a 1-yard touchdown run in the second quarter. Greely came back with a Piper touchdown pass to take the lead back, but then it was Terzic on a double reverse with a touchdown pass to Sands, and it's Foxcroft by 1 here at the half.
And Foxcroft's going to start with the football here. That one was kicked across the ground, so it's going to be Ponies ball at the 30.
Again, those 2-point conversion misses by Greely, and Foxcroft able to come up on stop with those was really big in that first half because he took off 6 points off the board for Greely.
Yeah, it would be up 5 still with all things considered. But it's a 1-point lead, way of the Ponies, and they have the football to start this half. CV handoff inside. Faked it, faked me out. He keeps it. He's got a man to beat. I think CV faked out 9 of the 11 on the field.
He could have broken that tackle or got past that last defender. It would have been smooth sailing to the end zone for CV. So, great way to start the second half here for the Ponies.
It was indeed. 19-18 our score.
And that was the final tonight. Thornton Academy beat Portland 36-0 was the final. So
dominant
statement win by Thornton Academy.
Motion man across. Handoff inside to Landon Smith. He's going to fight forward for some yardage there. Brings up second and about 7. Just across the 50-yard line on that carry, so into Ranger territory now. Out of the backfield now, flip to Terzic. We saw that play earlier, except it went for a touchdown through the air. It's on the Terzic out of bounds. Chris, my eyes are going to the sideline here. I can't tell exactly, but I think Finn Holmes is on the sideline here without a pair of shoulder pads. I'm not sure he's returning to this action. Something to watch here. Smith out there now for the Ponies. And Seavey, he's going to keep it. He's been a difference maker in this one. Doing it through the air, doing it with his legs. Knocked out of bounds, but a good gain there. The junior able to make plays happen. And Chris.
Yeah, I see Holmes walking around on the sideline there. It took me a minute to locate him without the pads, but kind of a little bit of limp. Not going to speculate on what kind of injury that might be, but he definitely doesn't look like he's returning to the game tonight.
Something to watch as this second half goes on. The two-headed monster of Smith and Holmes out of the backfield. It's going to be a heavy dose of Smith in this one. That time, got a player to jump. Second time we've seen it.
Second time they've done it, yeah. They like to switch that snap count up, and that's, again, something I told you have to watch as the game went on. And not only Holmes offensively, but Holmes defensively, too. That's a big loss for them.
Absolutely.
Yep.
But offensively, the Ponies are looking good right now. They're going to have a 1st and 5 here. Down inside the red zone.
Can pick up another first down at the 5, so.
Snap, handoff inside. Smith, he's going to bounce it, breaks through a tackle. Going east to west there.
Nice job by Greely to string that out. Finally haul down Smith.
And Smith might have got back to the line again. I believe he did.
He did, yeah. Good job dancing around by Smith. Nearly was able to pick up positive yardage there, but at least he got back to the line of scrimmage. Good job tackling by Greely on that play.
Seavey returns. I mean, Evan Seavey's had a ball game here so far, Chris. For his club and through the air with his legs. And with Holmes out, he might have to carry a little bit. Motion man. Pitch inside. Well-designed play.
Not much yardage there.
It was defended well. First play of its kind we've seen this ball game, so Coach Danny White may be going into the tool bag a little bit here to kind of make up for the loss of Holmes.
Yeah, another key series here. Ponies staring at a 3rd and 4 here at the Greely 9. Greely really needs to come up with a stop on this drive.
Yeah, big play, and obviously the Ponies, they scored with a minute left on the clock, a minute 7 remaining in that first half of play. Kind of a trick play and a great acrobatic catch by Lucas Sands. So they're looking to double dip here. Seavey, he's going to be going through the air. Good blocking there. Eventually did get to Seavey. Some pressure disrupted his pass, and that's going to bring up 4th and 4. And this is outside of field goal range here, so it's going to be going through the air, you'd have to imagine, but big 4th down play to start this second half of action.
Looked like Noah Allen was in quarterback hurry on Seavey. Again, doing a good job offensively and defensively for these Rangers.
And it is one of the things that got discussed there. We're going to have an early timeout here taken by Coach Danny White. We're going to keep it here. Also, a player on the sideline maybe working something out. I can't quite make out the jersey number, but
could be a cramp there. Looks like.
I don't want to speculate too much, but I think you're right there, Chris, and the way the athletic training staff are approaching it for player on the near sideline. What do you think Coach Danny White's talking to his club about? Obviously, we've talked about it, but this is a huge 4th down play here.
This is huge. This is huge for both teams. If you're Foxcroft, obviously you want to sustain the drive. You want to get in the end zone, extend the lead. If you're Greely, you need to come up with a stop here. It's really a key time of this ball game.
Now, I'm trying to not speculate too much on who that player is on the ground.
I thought it looked like Terzic, number 1.
That's the number I was going to say is Simon Terzic, and the reason I bring that up especially is to the field. I did to